you tell me why you all are out here today?
Well, I'm out here because for the past 5 years I've watched everybody try to fight the compressor station through the right way and the legal way, and for the past 5 years we've just constantly been ignored, and I think this is our last recourse of action to come out here and really tell them what we think of all of this.
What is actually happening here? I see a lot of construction in the background. What is happening?
Right now they're just prepping the site for the actual removal of 1,100 truckloads of dirt and building a compressor station.
The dirt behind us is contaminated. It's heavily riddled with oil, arsenic, and asbestos. And I'm trying to get the DEP to do more asbestos testing.
Why are they digging it up?
It's part of the DEP process that before they build, they have to clean up the contamination. So it's kind of ironic that in the process of taking out the contamination, they're letting into the air arsenic and asbestos. So it's like a futile process. It's cleaning up maybe the dirt, but polluting the air.
Correct. It's not even cleaning up the dirt.
Oh, impossible. It's 26 feet
not
deep.
cleaning up the formation of
It's...
So why are you against the compressor station here?
Toxic, explosive, emits benzene, formaldehyde, carcinogens. There's not a single reason to have it here. Health and safety.
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Enbrige has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Enbrige has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Enbrige has got to go! No more coal, gas or oil, keep your carbon in the soil. No more gas, coal or oil, keep your carbon in the soil. When we're here, this site, how many people have been to this site before? Raise their hands. Raise their hands. Okay. How many people is the first time here? Raise their hands. Welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Fore River Basin. So, as Alice said before, and Alice is here, but we'll get her a little later. She's a very busy woman. Give a round of applause for Alice Arena. Alice, woo! Alice, 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 Alice. All right. So for people to visualize who have not been here before, this site, only a few weeks ago, was full of trees, was full of shrubs, full of flowers, bunnies, butterflies, and all sorts of wildlife and nature. Now, it is a wasteland. It has been destroyed, cut, flattened. And so, I know for the people from, the Fore River Basin area, and allies, it's very painful being here, looking at this. So we just want to recognize that. Just have a moment to just have that sink in. All right. But when we think about that, it's not only about that. We have to think about the people who showed up today, who are here with us today, the community that has been built because of this fight. It is amazing. The FRAX team is one of the best organizations that I've been involved with. The community we've built through this, the allies, thank you so much for coming. This is what really makes a difference. Article 97 of our Massachusetts Constitution. If you're familiar with that, it says that the people shall have the right to clean air, clean water, freedom from unnecessary noise, and the natural, scenic, and historic values of their environment. This Constitution was written by John Adams, a founding father from Braintree, Massachusetts. It's the oldest Constitution written down in the world. Just to note that those sections were adopted as amendments as a part of the process. Subsequent, however, power of that document still stands today. However, that being said, there are communities like the Fore Basin in other environmental justice neighborhoods of Quincy Point, Hermantown, places across the Commonwealth. I think about Chelsea, East Boston, Everett, Lynn, Holyoke, Springfield, Lawrence, Brockton. We've been fighting a power plant trying to go in there. It goes on. We historically have not had the clean air, but we're fighting for it. We're fighting for these constitutional rights, these human rights, which are the right to clean air, the right to clean water, and the right to our environment. This over here, this facility, is a part of the agreement of the Scythe Power Plant, which used to be the name of this one. Now it is Calpine or Constellation Energy. There's so many companies it gets confusing. However, they were in that agreement to build this park. And they're supposed to build the park continuing around the other side. So that's something we have to continue to fight for, is a continuation of our public access to our waterways. Because it's about clean air, clean water, and it's about public access to those resources that have been taken away. Because this here, what we're standing on, was not land 200 years ago. It was water. This was tide lands. This is all man-made. There's a history of dumping a toxic waste from the Edgar plant. The coal-fired power plant was here at the site. So we have been doing a whole lot of organizing. We're doing our own soil sampling because the DEP won't even do it themselves. They're going to do their job, and they have failed us. So I just want to say thank you for everybody who's come out, and thank you for continuing the fight, because it doesn't stop today, it'll continue.
And I know Robert talked about the pain that we feel looking at this site. And I spoke about it this morning, but again, try to envision the wildflowers, the trees, the marsh grass, and all of the things and the beauty that was here. And it's kind of funny if you look out over this area, if you look behind you, how pretty it is, looking out on the bay, and look at those homes over there where people they live, they have families, they have children, and in the words of Enbrige and TRC, they are all receptors to the poisons that they're digging up here. Shame. 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 So by dehumanizing our neighbors, by dehumanizing us, it makes it all okay. It makes it all okay to dig up the poisons. It makes it all okay to destroy our natural habitat. It makes it all okay to try to bring this compressor station that will do nothing but spew toxins in the air, because we aren't human, we are receptors. I think we all need to have badges that say something stupid like that. Let's make buttons. Yeah, we'll have buttons made that says receptor. But we're going to continue to fight. It's a difficult day, and sometimes Margaret and I just went and talked to some school children, 8th graders in Hingham, and we get out of there, and Margaret said, I think we scared them. But Margaret left them with some words of wisdom. And she said, you know, at your stage, there were 8th graders. One of the things that would be helpful for them to remember and for us to remember is community. That we have to stay in community and take care of one another and take care of ourselves as we continue this fight. And we will continue. And we're going to need your help, your support, thoughts, all you can do to lift up the people, especially the people that live around here. So thank you all for coming today. And look,
say it?
Yes. Yep. Then we have Dr. Nathan Phillips, who wants to say a few words.
Thank you, Nathan.
Justine.
Okay, I'm speaking here and joining you as a parent. I live in an ally from another community in Newton, and I just want to say how there's a broader group of people that are supportive of you. You've come out here in the rain and stood up against Enbrige, and we're going to keep supporting you from communities across the Commonwealth and actually even farther than that. So what's happening here is also that Enbrige is taking this toxic situation they're going to try to take it on the road. And so we've got a lot of allies across the Commonwealth, New Hampshire, and further that are just waiting to stand up. And now what's happening is Enbrige is going to attempt to continue their assault on communities across the Commonwealth. So their plans are to truck 1,100 dump trucks of this toxic material. They're going to try to attempt to get those trucks off of this site onto the surface roads with residential streets where kids live in Braintree, Quincy, Weymouth, onto the interstates, over into places like the Fitchburg area, Westminster, with small 2-lane roads that are residential, spreading this material that has high levels of arsenic and asbestos and all kinds of other nasty materials in there. Enbrige is also spewing gas into the air in my community of Newton. Just on August 18th, they tried to do this secretly. They spewed large amounts. They blew down the same so-called Algonquin pipeline. I don't even like to use that term because of the appropriation of a native term for such a horrible, horrible use. That's what they called a pipeline. In August of this year, in my community of Newton, they released gas from a 3.5-mile-long portion of a 433-pound per square inch pipe into the air, invading the grounds of Newton Wellesley Hospital with sensitive populations. They later, in October, blew down another section or vented raw, uncombusted gas with all of the nasty compounds. This is Enbrige again, into Weston and Waltham, and there was up to 100 times the background levels of this gas at the Learning Zone daycare facility right there on River Road next to their pipeline. So this is a corporation that does not care about health and safety of even their own workers and any of the residents here, and they are willing to pollute and toxic releases into community all over the place. And the other thing I say is that this facility is a carbon bomb. They're attempting to ruin the future for all of our kids all across the Commonwealth, all across the planet. This Atlantic Bridge project that they're attempting to build, if completed, would enable the release of carbon emissions that is equivalent to 1.1 million motor vehicles. There is only 2.3 million motor vehicles registered in Massachusetts. So this is a carbon bomb that will blow away any chance that Massachusetts has to achieve its legal mandate for the Global Warming Solutions Act. They're not going to be able to do it. So this is an illegal project, and we need to hold them accountable. We need to shut this place down.
Yeah! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut it down! Shut it down!
And going off what Nathan said, with respect to climate change, the solutions to climate change are already here. We don't need this. We don't want it. And even the gas companies don't even want it. National Grid, Eversource, they said to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission that they didn't want it. So this is a facility that we don't want and that we don't need because we have clean energy. We have solar, wind, geothermal, and battery storage, and all other different things. I think this is going dead.
But we don't need it, and we know that. So I just want to say thank you all for coming out.
Protecting all our children.
We shall not be moved, protecting all our children. We shall not be moved, just like the tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved.
Protecting the Fore River.
We shall not be moved, protecting the Fore River. We shall not be moved, just like the tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like the tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved.
Thank you, everybody. That was beautiful.
Well, they had a RAM plan where they were supposed to, analyze and find out just how toxic the site was. They did it very limited. I believe they were then called to task by DEP, who was not doing their job, but they did that. And they made them go back and do more testing to address various issues that they weren't addressing. They had 10-year-old lab studies that they were using and from the soil, and they know there was arsenic. And still, now they've said, okay, so fine, we checked off that little box, and now here they are. It doesn't look like there's anything. Nobody's wearing protective shoes on covers over their feet. There's mud all over the trucks that are going in and out. No cover on the back of the truck. So it doesn't look as though they're doing anything to protect the area for the workers and what they're traipsing all over our roads. There's asbestos, arsenic, all kinds of chemicals. It's just disgusting. And this is a toxic site.